Yay! We're on the internet.
Yay!
And we have audio working right. I gotta turn mine down a little bit.
Yay!
How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, not yay.
What happened,
Meh.
man?
My job exists.
Oh.
And I also am on call, just FYI. So
Okay.
there's that.
Found out I got Friday off, so I'm in a good mood.
Cool. I have in service that day.
I'm off Friday too. We're going to New Orleans for cheer competition.
Team bonus action says hello, y'all.
So,
okay. Yeah. Real quick, I need somebody to go to the TBA page on Twitch to test something.
It did talk. I heard it.
Okay. I just want somebody else to do it. If someone will go and type an exclamation mark into the chat and then post something that is not inappropriate.
Oh, then I'm out.
Hackerfrizz says we.
Yeah, we now have it. I have it set up on almost all of our layouts to talk when somebody posts, as long as they put an exclamation point in front of it.
Text to speech.
Yeah, mostly because during Nace's game at Extra Life, I was donating $10, $5, and I was saying it was the Luton to piss Chris off. Kept telling him I'm going to steal your socks right up, blunt them knives. So, baby is in other room with M. I sent your wife something, Knox, that you need to watch because I feel it'll be very apropos. I got a couple years, but I've already watched that interaction occur. I sent it to Misha on Messenger. Anyway, so last time we played, last week, y'all dealt with the wraith of a false hydra, dealt with its younglings, had a bunch of giant apes and pixies and nonsense happening around the room, and retrieved the remains of the Bright Gloom triplet, Moulette, and magicked yourselves into the pantry of Bright Home. So y'all have all kind of staggered out of the pantry. Arvax is holding a suit of armor that seems to have jingle bones in it. Everything has fallen down within this latched together black mithril plate. Tarl, looking at this armor, you realize something immediately. Now that you're not fighting and you can actually see it.
And that would be?
Your handiwork. You now have a flash of a memory when y'all were dealing with the vampire way back when. And Moulette literally just took 6 bars of mithril from the armory when he left. And he had you fashion the armor during some of your downtime.
Okay. If it just don't work, I want my armor back.
So you're all in the kitchen.
Good to know your priorities are in line.
Yeah, I mean, are we really surprised here?
I never said I was.
Well, it's kind of a family memorial thing because I made it and I got to prove to my daddy I made shit.
To be fair, you're looking at it and it is very much your prototype for what your armor is going to look like. Just yours is, dwarven in nature, and this was You know what? You're really proud that you're able to do Art Nouveau in the tooling on it in certain places because you did etch in designs. But Tarl, let me ask you, did you put anything on there? Because you know Moulette does not speak Dwarven. Did you write anything on there as a joke against one of your allies or as a prank?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I would have. Probably something about all the plays and stuff he supposedly wrote.
So wait, that was Mulat. Moulette was the one y'all barely remember.
Yeah, but it was his brother. I'm sure I put something in there about his brother that he wouldn't understand.
So every time you see the armor, you giggle a little bit.
Yeah.
So now I just imagine that Tarl tooled something in Dwarven on there and told him, like, yeah, this means, like, hard as iron. Kind of like the people that used to get the tattoos back in the late 90s of Chinese letters and like, yeah, this means fire and strength, and it meant fried chicken.
Yeah.
And if it hadn't have been so long ago, I probably would have put something in there about the bacon coal.
I still have all that saved somewhere canon to where I will eventually publish a domain of bacon. It'll be lawful sodium.
I thought seriously about creating a whole character base off of that.
Do it. I approve of the bacon priest.
The porcine priest.
Has to deal with his enemy that does nothing but absolute or impossible meats.
His followers are called sows.
Let's not go with that one. Anyway, so y'all are all in the kitchen. Several of the staff of the Bright Home are staring as you all come out of the cabinet. One of them looked ready to yell at Gestalt about stealing cheese, but does not see Gestalt. But sees that you are holding a suit of armor. And the floor is yours.
This is not nearly the worst thing that you people have caught me doing.
There was that time with the centaur.
That's the truth. I remember being teenagers.
The Centaur, do tell.
One of the staff. It wasn't the type of centaur that you think. It was kind of like the other way around. It was almost a minotaur. Is that how it
That
goes?
was
So he does fly.
that was a weird. That was a weird weekend. I wonder how Dave's doing. Huh.
Elsewhere, the upper body of a horse and just the arms and legs of a man on all fours. I'm an abomination.
Yeah. Good times. Good times.
The head chef, or who has now become the head chef, what is that you're holding?
That would be
That's
my brother.
This dead guy.
What?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
He's not
That's
wrong.
Jingle the suit.
I do.
Chinkle clankle clankle jankle.
Can we not jingle my brother's corpse? That would.
I mean, sure, they're all in there.
He gonna come back without a pinky toe.
Technically, it's not a corpse. It's just
It's just a skeleton.
suit of
It's
armor.
not juicy anymore.
No. Sometimes, just for a minute, I miss Bo.
You still got your brother running around somewhere in there.
Okay, I don't know whether that's supposed to be. I don't know what that's supposed to make me feel better or not, but you knew him.
You got someone to annoy you, is what I'm saying, and I don't have to hear it.
Are you going to continue to just stand here with the desiccated remains of our Lord's child, or?
I mean, once again, not the worst thing that you've seen.
One of the maids. It's up there.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Desecrating your brother's
However,
remains.
I mean, is it really desecration? Really? Like, really? He's not, you know,
I mean, we saved
there.
him.
He was never officially
Just left
buried.
him.
And technically, as far as we were concerned, he actually didn't really exist for a while. So I'm pretty sure that this is fine.
He'll think it's funny later.
Or Greg just comes walking through. Hi, guys. Bye, guys. And he just, like, grabs a wheel of cheese and walks off.
I'm glad now he's at home. He's been at home.
You also notice that he has a little suit on.
Oh.
Tarl pokes his head back in the pantry and grabs him a loaf of sourdough and starts munching.
It's really good.
When did Greg get fancy?
We left him here with my mom. She
Quick
likes.
question: remind me the name of the area that we're in again, Hewitt.
You're in Bright Home. Your actual.
No, like what's the kind of like country / like plain that we're on or whatever?
You're in the Shadowfell.
Was that one of my Shadowfell girl doll outfits that he just walked by wearing?
Yes, 100%. It was.
Those are expensive dolls.
That was Merdinia's.
Dare he?
It had to be tailored though. Merdinia doesn't have a tail.
God damn it!
And by tailored, he means they had to cut a hole in it.
Your mom.
Yeah, I know what the word means. Thanks.
Yeah.
Let the actual sibling bickering begin.
You're welcome. Just remember, I'm here for you.
Uh-huh. Oh, trust me, I haven't forgotten. Unfortunately.
Alright, so where are we going to take him to bring him back? And I rattle the armor again.
Jingle to tangle, clangle to jangle.
Yeah, brother, you've been working on this. It's time for you to actually fix something.
Fuck.
Huh.
Hold on a second. Let's see if I can get this to pop up.
Team bonus action says day a.
Come on.
Anyway, it will not say damn. It just says the letters a bunch. What'd she do? M?
She throwing things.
She threw things? Did she throw the Game Boy?
She...
Hacker Frizz says damn.
Alright. So where y'all going with this body?
I guess we should go to mom. And or dad. Probably check on dad. Who's probably with mom.
Would assume either with mom or resting would be the safest.
How
bet.
are we bringing him back?
Let's put a pin in that.
Oh, so you haven't figured it out. Got it.
Well, hold on.
I know. I
Yep.
know. I have multiple ways that I can bring him back. I just can't do it yet.
Okay, gotcha. So you could, but you can't.
Had I access to everything that was necessary, I 100% could.
Oh my god.
What could you possibly need? We're like the wealthiest fucking family here.
And
Our servants have servants.
We
I
call
know this.
we call them assistants.
Still disagree with the practice, and therefore I will call them what they are. Enough with the whitewashing of it.
Your parents pay them.
Just like Santa paid the fucking elves.
You hear in the background, overthrow the powers that be.
Remember, you started that one.
I
Take
did.
no responsibility.
You take.
Oh, I thought we were making a reference
That's not fun.
to the Goblin Errands game that I got.
I
in
was
trouble
for the Goblin Airs one, yes.
I'm never allowed to play that game again. Ever.
No more Christmas, thanks to Hewitt.
If I had my thing, I was going to turn into Santa Claus and make everybody's dreams come true and not be put into slave labor from what my dumb little goblin brain understood.
But instead, Christmas is dead.
And we got a Krampus.
Anywho.
Yeah.
As y'all are bickering, both of y'all roll me just a straight wisdom.
Doesn't Tarl have like bring back to life magic?
I do, but I
feel like they probably at
level.
least need a body to do that, though. I wouldn't really say we have a body.
I mean, we got good bones for it.
I mean,
All right. Here's where we're at.
I'm going to say this, Mulaith, you do know you have a fairly powerful cleric traveling with you.
how fairly is fairly?
I mean, he's as strong as you are. I mean, Tarl, what level spells can you cast?
I can cast Resurrection on any creature that's been dead for less than a century.
I can reincarnate him.
Into what?
All I need is 1,000 gold pieces.
A D100 roll.
What was that, Tarl?
I only need 1,000 gold piece diamond.
Well, you're Mr. Treasurer. Do we have that? Or I guess I imagine our family probably does. If
I'm
not,
sure your mama and daddy got it.
yeah, they probably do.
Tarl's over here like, the answer inside Tarl's head. The answer is yes, but but we're out of network, so your parents gotta pay.
The answer is it's not time for the audit of our books yet.
It's cool. Greg's been bringing receipts.
But that's not a true audit.
Yeah, but when the time comes for the audit, Greg's got receipts.
Greg don't have receipts for what we recovered.
No, but he has receipts.
A big book of blank receipts.
They may not actually say anything that's ever been purchased or have any numerical values on them whatsoever, but they are definitely receipts.
No, the one receipt that Greg has was written by Tarl, and it says, I do what I want. I remember that from, like, the first time y'all were in Hillens. So, it's up to y'all. Y'all are going to find your parents and figure out what we can do?
Yeah, we should probably let them know what's going on. So let's go find mom and dad, and then bring back the brother that we can bring back.
Okay, so very quickly you find them in your father's study / what y'all kind of treated as the war room last time. And you see your father is, I mean, it's only been like 2-3 days. Your father is still bandaged. He is kind of waving your mother to stop. Like, checking on him, and it is not working because Your father is more magic-y and your mother was a paladin. So there is no stopping lay on hands. And there's a couple other members of the household, and they are looking over some documents. And there is one of the Lutans sitting in a chair wearing another little suit that is very familiar, Mulaith.
God damn it, that was a collector's edition.
I know.
As y'all come in, Lord Brightgloom looks up, but you are back very quickly. Is
Yeah,
that what I think it is?
it is.
Oh god, he's all in the legs now, isn't he?
Yeah, pretty much.
Y'all haven't jiggled him, have you?
They have done it every chance that they've gotten. As a matter of fact, as Tarl jingles him again, yeah, I don't think they can stop themselves.
It does sound like, if you shift the armor around, it does sound like one of those rain sticks. And your mother, could you please not do that with my child's remains in front of me, please? It's been a rough couple weeks.
Carl's gonna start laying the bones out in order.
So you're just like, do you dump them out of the armor, or are you like reaching through the neck hole?
We'll dump them out of the armor like a ball jar, and then just start rearranging them.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Tarl is on the floor, putting my brother back together like a jigsaw puzzle.
Everyone in this room does not need to make an insight check or anything. Lady Brightgloom is extremely uncomfortable and or annoyed about this, but trying to bite her tongue, because this will get one of her children back.
I'm gonna look over at her. I'm gonna look over at her and go, "Yeah, it's just easier."
Tarl mumbles under his breath while he's putting the bones back together. Head bone connected to the neck bone connected to the scapula. Oh, by the way, I need 1,000 gold piece diamond to make this work. Scapula connected to the backbone connected to the hip bone.
Greg is help. Greg runs
that's
over to help.
That's a big toe, not a hip.
Greg is, as you get the pelvis put in place, you see that Greg is about to put one bone somewhere that is definitely a finger.
You know how when a kid,
That's the time and the place, Greg.
But
you know how when a kid is doing something and like their parents watching them and they just like gently kind of like if they go to put something somewhere but it goes somewhere else, they just kind of gently push their hand to where it's supposed to go.
is that what you're doing?
Are you
I'm-
pulling a ghost with Tarl?
With Tarl and Greg.
You're just standing behind him.
Greg, you don't have a receipt for that, Greg.
There is supposed to be something here. That is why it is called a boner.
No, Greg, we don't say that word. Wrong word.
Erection.
They don't have bones.
That's even worse, Greg.
Well, okay, some people.
No,
Peoples
okay,
don't
all
have
right. We don't need a
bones.
biology lesson right now,
All right,
Mr. Dude. No, thanks.
All right, Greg. So when a man and a woman love each other,
I know that. They honkity
Okay.
splunkity.
yeah, and it's not an actual bone.
What you're looking for is called a baculum. And a baculum.
This is not
And-
the penis museum
on,
in
look.
Iceland.
And I reach in my bag and I pull out a baculum. And I'll show it to him.
He just looks. See? One goes there.
And then you go bippity boppity boop.
This one belonged to a raccoon. See how it's curved?
One of the only creatures that have those.
Oh.
Are you made very uncomfortable by this, Mulaith, because your parents are in the room?
Yes, extremely. And the fact that Greg is wearing one of my Shadowfell girl doll outfits makes this so much worse.
Well, I mean, it is like a little tuxedo. Like, it's a
I
little...
know.
It's not like they dress... It's not like your mom just went, all right, baby, I'm going to put you in this little Lolita dress. It's going to mess with
No,
everybody.
so in my head, for some reason, it's like it was an equestrian riding outfit that one of the dolls had. So it's like a really fancy, nice like suit type thing, but it kind of has like the riding crops and like the boots and everything with it.
Does it have the poofy pants that kind of flare out to the side?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Greg's also wearing the hat.
Perfect.
Tarl reaches over and kind of nudges Greg, winks at him, looks over at Mulate, says, "Remind me later to tell you about the wagon wheel, Greg."
God damn it, Cannon. Fucking hell.
No, thank you.
Oh. And there goes any form of PG-13 rating we could ever hope for. We never had that, though.
And we never will.
No.
Kogo fucked a demon for drugs.
Hey now.
That,
Hey now.
to be fair, that one did
to
not
be
survive to the internet, though, so that is just unconfirmed lore.
And
It's a
also,
hearsay.
to be fair, no, it is not hearsay. It is that is technically true.
Slander and calumny.
It was not just because she did one and then the other doesn't mean she did one for the other.
Yes, she did.
I'm not sure if that makes it better or worse.
It's Kogo. There is no legitimizing. Kogo do what Kogo do. And it was Florida man.
Yeah.
Kogo's gonna Kogo.
At least you don't have any more of that drug.
This is true.
Anyway, so...
Oh, Hewitt.
Oh shit. Why is Cannon... That tone from Cannon is
I
concerning.
don't like how excited that was. That was way too much excitement.
Oh, fuck.
The order of the wagon wheel's coming.
God damn it. God damn it. Anyway, off of that subject and back to the game. Y'all eventually get all the bones laid out correctly. Greg has to be told not to put other things in there to see if he'll give him horns.
Not what it's okay. One day will understand that that's not what horny means.
No, he tried to put like little metal things on top of the skull. He put a spoon in the mouth just to see what happened. Like, Greg is being slightly mischievous, cheeky, and shitty at the same time. In other words, he's been allowed to be around your mom and be babied for like 3 days, no supervision.
Yeah.
That tracks.
After the bones are together, Tarl sits down at the head of the bones, looking down toward the feet, and he just kind of goes into a meditative state, waiting for his diamond to appear.
One of the servants will provide you with the diamond that is necessary.
He starts his ritual.
How long does it take for your spell to be cast?
1 hour.
Okay, so Tarl is doing this for the next hour. What is everybody else doing?
Drinking with my mother.
Are you drinking what your mother's drinking, or are you just going to your dad's liquor cabinet?
Yes.
Mulaith, what are you doing as you watch your brother and your mother, like, bust out AM drinks?
Yeah, we're woo mimosas.
If your
Chill,
mother's mimosa is like 3 shots of whiskey in a wine flute.
We listen and we don't judge.
Mulaith will have a drink as well, but then At one point, if she gets bored, she is gonna sneak upstairs and just double check on the secret stash of doll clothes that she still has, just to see what all has been taken.
All the outfits, like you have several dolls that are in just their long clothes or their underclothes.
Okay, just checking.
So there are several outfits that are missing from the collection.
Yep. So she'll go rejoin.
As you're going back down the hallway, you do see on a door it says "For the baby" in your mother's handwriting.
Wait, what? Oh, it's Craig the baby now?
Yeah, like that used to be the nursery, and as you look at it now, it says "For the baby."
Wow.
Your mom might have stolen your henchman.
Yep, it sure seems like it.
You
I knew
know,
the empty nest syndrome hit her hard, but I didn't know it hit her that hard.
she adopts a. Oh my God, Greg just ends up as the most posh little shit. Y'all leave him along with her too long, he's just gonna be sitting there drinking Cosmos, smoking, and talking sass.
You raise a kid, Mom.
While Tarl's casting his spell, he thinks to himself, she tried to give me that she wanted grandkids.
Not for me.
To be fair, of all of the children that might give your parents grandchildren, the one that is currently a skeleton is the best bet.
Not
This
wrong.
is accurate.
But Arvax, what are you doing or Arvax and Balfor, what are y'all doing while this is going on?
I'm just kind of hanging out.
Chaperoning to make sure he's doing the resurrection correctly.
Okay, so Tarl, as the spell really starts to kick off, describe how it looks.
You see the bones start to knit back together. You see muscles start to form. You see the organs before the muscle covers them start to form. And as the muscles complete the formation, skin starts to form over the body.
All right, Mularn and Mulaith, you very quickly realize as Tarl was doing this spell, you're about to have your naked brother in the middle of the room.
She's immediately gonna go grab some of his clothes and one of his robes.
Just throw something over him.
She'll actually take her time and like pick out like his favorite PJs, because she figures he'll probably not feel very good when he comes back.
You're gonna have to move the body to put those on because they're the kind with the butt flap.
She will do that.
What'd you say?
She will do that. She'll like move him around and stuff right quick
Okay.
I will.
while he's
I
being
will
reanimated.
help. I will help.
So that his no one is forced to see. We've already had Wiener talk. We don't need to go back to it. So all of a sudden you see your brother, who, as the spell ends, looks like him again. His ridiculous haircut. He looks very much like Mulak and Mularn, except for he's, a little bit more muscled. Jawline is a little bit more defined and lean. Not sparkly like Mulak. And then very shortly after the spell ends, he juts upright. Ah!
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome back, bud.
Pretty
How you feeling?
feeling pretty terrible there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So
Yep.
like are we home?
Yeah.
We were in the snow.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago.
What?
Yeah, you've been gone for a minute.
What? Like, what happened?
You know the big
You
snake
got
thing.
tape.
You know the big
What?
snake thing.
No.
Remember the big snake thing? A whole bunch of heads
No.
singing.
We went
Yeah,
into the
that's what happened.
town. Like, we went to the town and, like, you said you heard something. I didn't. And next thing you know, lights out.
I
Yeah.
think it got him before we knew it was happening.
Yeah. So, big
Whoa,
snake
like, what the
creature.
hell happened to you, baby girl?
What the fuck did you just call me?
We always were calling you baby because you're, like, a child and stuff. Oh, my God. Have I been gone for, like, 100 years? Like,
No.
Elf puberty got moved up a while. Just shut up.
that's like a whole elf puberty and a half. Look at her.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's got to hit better now. There's, like, a lot more reach.
Yeah. She's actually started to follow through. So.
Awesome. Hold on a second. I need a bucket.
Yeah. I figured. I'm surprised it took this.
Is it just like a bunch of dust?
No, you actually reconstituted his last meal, so this is like the worst smelling putrefied jerky and other. There, you look in there, you swear there's a whole damn carrot.
Yeah.
Well, that's rather terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Glad you're back, brother. Also,
everybody, roll me a perception check real quick, though. Everybody in the room. That's a success. That's a success. That's a success. Tarl, you're kind of distracted by the spell. Balfor, this is a success. Well, now I can say twin again. And Mulaith, y'all know you need to move real quickly because you start hearing the 3 quick steps coming from around the table.
He runs away.
What the?
By the way, you may want to cover your ribs.
What? Ah! And your mom grabs him and pulls him up, hugging him.
Tarl gets knocked out of the way and he just rolls across to the corner.
I'm picturing you like rolling once, but then making a conscious decision to tactically roll the rest of the way over to the corner.
All I see is Tarl armadilloing into a corner right now with his armor. And yet,
Just like those raccoons that just kind of roll down a hallway.
so you all have brought back Mulet Bright Gloom, the forgotten original member of the party that was, again, taking a gap year with his brothers.
Well, one down.
Tarl, you think you're stealthing, but you also knock over a coat rack. But, at the same time, everyone's really distracted because you just brought a dude back from the dead.
I got my cloak on. I get.
Oh, that's 25. It's as far as you know, Tarl, you have disappeared from everybody. And you're by the liquor cabinet.
Reach in my bag of holding and I pull out my daddy's ale.
So, safe to say Mulet's going to be occupied for just a second because both of your parents are excited. I'm assuming both the siblings are as well.
Yeah.
Dad, we're gonna be in town for a Royal Rumble. We're gonna be in town for a Royal Rumble. It's in 3 weeks. Yes, it's in 3 weeks. It's February.
2 weeks from Saturday.
February 3rd. Or what is it, Mom? February 1st.
Okay.
Yeah. What? We had a cheer competition next Monday.
So, if no one has anything specific they want to do at this moment, you may enjoy a long rest. And the next morning will come.
Yay, HP back.
One of those. Yay.
And as you all sit down to breakfast the next morning, you can see that Moulette is wearing some of his normal clothes. Y'all are remembering that his tastes are odd. Like, you're used to glamorous from Mulak. You're used to reserved and scholarly from Mularn. Mulaith, describe your brother's odd fashion sense.
It's like kind of that bro style where they still, they're willing to wear like the skinny leg pants, not tight, but like the like khakis, but they're more likely to wear like a cardigan or like a really nice like velour, like almost cowboy hat, but not cowboyish, just like fancy. But it's like this weird combination of like you look at it and you're like, that's a dude, but dude still has style.
Are there sleeves on the shirt, though?
Not on the undershirt, but you only know that if it's hot enough for him to like take off like the nicer, like either sweatshirt or cardigan that he's wearing, but underneath, no. And in fact, it's like the really big armhole tank tops where like it goes down to like almost his belly button with the like armholes.
Also, there is a telltale cologne that everybody has not missed.
That tracks.
Is Cannon carving something into the armor while it's not being worn, Tarl? Or Cannon, is Tarl doing that?
It's either that or I was going to have placed a tattoo on his shoulder while he was coming back around.
I'm going to say there's actually not a lot of room for tattoos to be put onto Moulette because he very much has, from the elbows up to the waist, of different designs. Most of them, Mulak's idea. Moose, what is one tattoo that Moulette has that is 100% Mulak's idea? Oh no, is Moose gone or is Moose here?
Thinking.
Oh.
It's a thumbs sideways on his kneecap.
Is it actually a good tattoo or is it...
Yeah, we went to a reputable person.
Okay, I didn't know if Mulak would do that to his brother, make him get a bad tattoo.
It is bad. It's a thumb sideways on his kneecap.
This is true. I'm just saying, like, you're not going to make him go get your name tattooed onto his rump.
No.
I don't mean like Mulak, I just mean the phrase your name. So, everybody's having breakfast. And you still have 2 tasks before you as a party. There is figure out how to resurrect Mulak. And there is dealing with learning how to cast the spell that would actually be useful against Loth. Which you need an immortal. So either someone has to become immortal, or you have to find one that is willing to cast the spell in aid of you. And that is a very short list of immortals that you know.
This is what I put on his armor in Dwarven that he will never understand.
Nice.
He's just going to be like, that's a really bitchin' design on the back of the armor. Thank you, Tarl. That's really cool. Like, yeah. Keeps him pumped up. Yeah.
Have a little bacon.
So, what, right now, open it up to the party's discussion here. What do y'all want your next step to be?
Well, think to have. Since I've been wearing the ring. Do I know? Have I had it long enough to be able to figure out its properties?
Have you attuned to it?
Yes, I'm currently wearing it.
If you've attuned to it, you know most of its properties and what it does. That doesn't necessarily let you know the other, though. Moose,
So,
has Mulak been silent this whole time?
I don't actually know if he knows.
I don't know if he knows how to fix
What's-
the situation, or has he just
No.
been silent with his brother, or has he been talking to him? Has he been annoying him?
I don't know if he knows what's going on around. Like, I don't think he can see or hear outside of where he is.
So you have to go with what you're thinking is he would have sensory deprivation because he might get glimpses through his brother, but not often. Kind of
Yeah,
situation.
like every once in a while he could like feel something from his brother, so he'll just respond to that. But I'm going to assume he's mostly just sitting in the dark. Yeah, okay. Have you ever seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Yes, talking about where like
He's
Alphonse is at the gate.
Yes, it's I imagine it's very similar to that.
I will say there is at least one ball that he can throw and bounce off of something that comes back to him.
He's practicing magic tricks. I actually do have a question though.
Yes.
Let me check. What if he is able to be brought back? Would he be the same level he was, or would he catch up to the rest of the group?
I'm going to roll that you're going to be the same level as the rest of the group because that
Perfect.
keeps it from being not fun.
Because that'll make it hilarious then.
Because that's what's happening.
You're gonna get the.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say. Yeah.
You're gonna get the shit. Okay. Yeah.
Moose is going to pick a spell that's going to make me laugh.
No.
No. It's a.
You'll see.
There's a. He and I have had conversations about this. So
this is almost as bad as Canon saying my name excitedly. Almost.
I'll put it to you this way. He had a magical item that he will no longer need.
Cool. So
because he'll be able to do it naturally.
So, you're aware of what the ring does, Mularn. If you would repost it from my memory, because every time I try to open up character sheets, it throws everything on stream wonky.
ultimately, the issue is that his soul is currently trapped in, legitimately trapped in the ring. Yeah.
So, reading this, I believe that Mulak would have eventually started humming a song at some point that is now repeatedly stuck in Mularn's head randomly.
And I imagine mostly what he hears, probably at least every other day, is "I'm bored." And then after it's been, how long has he been in there? Like over a year?
No, for you, it's been a couple months. Like,
Let's say it's been like 4 months.
about 6, because I think that was the joke I
6.
made with. I
Okay.
think that's the joke I made with Balfour's like monthly or bi-monthly
No.
constitutional, something like that.
So after like the 3rd month, so starting in the 4th month, maybe every other week he would say, "Should I just you know, leave forever?"
Oh, now you're gonna make me sad.
And then I'm assuming Millard would be like, "No."
No, dumbass. We're working on. Give me some time. Jesus, Christ, you're always gotta be so dramatic.
You know, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Not all the time though.
Probably because you're not paying attention.
What else do I have to do?
I mean, has that stopped you in the past?
Hey, guess what? Guess what?
Huh.
This is the song that never ends. It just goes on, my friends. And then he sings that for literally 3 hours straight.
Nice.
Make a concentration check. So actually, give me an Arcana check or Arcana roll, Knox, to see if maybe you can figure something out here with your big wizard brain. Also, has anyone else been helping you with your research? Have you been doing it on your own?
I've been doing it on my own.
Okay, 21. With your brother's soul trapped in the ring, you know that he has to be on some type of self-contained demiplane. So, and demiplanes was like second year wizard school type stuff. All demiplanes have an access to them. You just have to figure out how to get there. Kind of like with plane shift, there's a harmonic, there's a resonance, is why there's a tuning fork. So there should be a way to get into that demiplane as well as a way to get out of that demiplane. You just have to figure out basically the right combination to get in.
So I will. Let's see. What would be the best thing to? I guess the ring itself would be the best thing to kind of focus on trying to figure that out.
Okay, so you can do that. Which would be an Arcana roll. Do you want to ask for help from anybody, or are you still going to do this on your own?
I think I'm actually just gonna, for now, I'm just gonna keep doing it on my own because it's one of those things where this is. I don't know if anybody else would understand because everybody else's magic is not arcane, except maybe Gestalt, and then that's just asking for trouble.
Just
Gestalt
because you want to take all the credit.
also Gestalt
Don't
is
play.
There is also that.
Gestalt is also not here, but he did say he had an idea and he was off to figure out how to get Mulak back.
Yes.
Which means y'all probably left and then Gestalt said, "Hey guys!" Oh.
I should probably send him a message and let him know that we're here.
So, if you want to keep looking into that, Mularn, you can give me another Arcana roll. What is everybody else doing as he's going to be inspecting? I'm figuring y'all are going to kind of stick around the house for at least a little bit because you just brought your brother back or brought your ally back.
They got a blacksmith shop in the house.
They do have an armorer, but they seem to be more of a maintenance and maintain. There is a blacksmith out in town. Let me look back at our...
Do they have a place I can set up my travel anvil?
Yes.
I'm going to set my travel anvil up and work on my armor.
Okay, so Tarl is working on armor. Balfor and Mulaith and Arvax.
I guess maybe Mulace would be trying to like learn more about like Lolth herself, like from like a religious studies standpoint,
Okay,
and try to see if she can find anything regarding that.
Okay, give me a investigation check because you're probably going to hit the family library.
Damn.
I'm going to say that you will eventually find some information about the web that traps the deceiver, the betrayer. However, to find it is a very long time because going through the library, anytime you start finding out anything about Loth and the religion that follows her, there's a lot of not trustworthy stuff. Also, you're not sure which one of your brothers, but there is a lot of racy stuff that is in this library about the original Drow, the original worshippers of Loth, that were so prevalent that they are the term for heretics for the Elfin theocracy. You're sitting there. You kind of want the boots, though. I think would that be safe to say, Mulaith? Is the boots are really cool?
Yeah.
Everything else.
Yeah.
Very, very Hellraiser-esque in some of what they're doing to people. Little bit too much of that. But you will find out a little bit that, she is a betrayer. She is supposed to have been gone. There's a chance that her soul has been split, which might be why she's not acting in the open necessarily, but also everything that your friends have told you that she has been playing a very long con, which seems to fit with what you're finding, but it's not giving you anything hyper specific. There's a whole lot of folk tales and stuff in there.
Got it.
I'm not saying you don't find out anything cool, but you're not entirely sure with 11 how much of it is useful. So something I'll throw at you, Claire, that might be this game or next time we play. If you look up anything about Loth and you have it, like you find it online or anything, you know that. You just don't know if that's actually useful information. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, like, if the reason I'm saying this is if you find the most crazy ass anything from like all the way back to first or second edition about her, and you want to throw it out there as a question to people, please do. I will start laughing about a lot of it. If you
That works.
read any second edition lore on her, it starts like somebody wanted to write a spicy book. All right, Balfor, what are you doing?
We're writing a spicy book about Loaf.
I'm find Arvax.
But she's like a good Loaf, so she's just like super misunderstood.
I can fix her.
It's her origin story.
Go into the chapel and we're gonna get
Dead.
Fucking hell. Lord. Okay. So Balfor and Arvax.
I guess what is she doing when I find her?
Not much. Isn't really sure what to do with herself right now until I make a decision.
Then he'll go up to you and he'll say, "Hey, what you doing?"
Not much. What's up?
What do you do for fun? Like what's your like hobbies? Fun? What do you do for fun?
I don't know. Haven't really had a lot of time for that the last year or two.
Well, you're gonna live a long, long, long time, and you're gonna have to find something fun.
I mean, I guess so, but hasn't been a whole lot of time for fun stuff. And before all this, it was mostly surviving in the damp woods. So when I was a kid, it was playing with the other kids in the tribe, but bit past that.
What do you do to relax? Get like blow off stress.
Sleep? Well,
That
trance, I guess.
that's not how you blow off stress. Sleeping is good for you though. Here, come here, follow me.
Okay.
Do you drink?
Sometimes really don't that much when we've got stuff going on because I like to have my wits about me.
Well, we don't have anything going on. Follow me. Follow me.
All right.
And I'll go to their kitchen.
Dude, you're gonna get the baby drunk.
And I'll pull out a bunch of like herbs and weird. It looks wild. The shit I'm pulling out, it's fucking crazy looking.
Baggies of
stuff.
mushrooms, baggies of just undiscernible herbs.
it looks wild. And he puts it in like a mortar and pestle and he grinds it all up. He's gonna dig around for like cocoa powder or something. I'm sure they have that. They're rich. And then he'll mix it in with a bunch of stuff, and then pour 2 glasses, and then hand one to Arvax. It's not alcohol, but it will help you just relax. It's all natural stuff.
What did you put in it?
It's a lot of. It is mind altering, I guess, but it's not drugs. It's there's some cordyceps in there. There's some lion's mane in there. Some mint and some chocolate, and it's really delicious, and it'll just.
What do you mean mind altering? I know Peregrine chewed random shit.
Not anything like that, and not anything like this. And he pulls out just a big bag of marijuana. He's like, nothing like this, and also nothing like this, and he pulls out a bag of like dried up, weird looking mushrooms.
Oh, and nothing like this. And it's just bark of some sort.
All right.
Just try it. Cheers to
Weird
Arvax.
fancy drugs.
Cheers.
And it tastes like a chocolate milkshake.
And you start
Good.
and you immediately start tripping balls.
No, real.
Give me a con save.
Wait, no. In like an hour or so, you're just gonna feel a little bit relaxed. Like a lot of, I'd say like 50% of your stresses are just gonna kind of fade into the back of your head.
Did you
Still
just make
probably,
her kava?
basically, yes.
Okay.
He just microdosed Arvax.
And tomorrow those worries will come right back, but just for the night, you'll be able to just maybe have some fun, relax, not have to stress out about anything.
All right.
It's
Thanks.
pretty nice. Yeah. And look, if I ever leave y'all's little group, which will probably happen, I'll live. Just look for. This is gonna sound strange, but you're gonna right outside of the hell's that city called?
Hillens.
Right outside of Hillens. If you head south, go about 2 miles, you'll see a big plains. It's just plains and plains and plains, and
Yeah.
it'll look like a mirage in the distance. And when you get closer, it looks like a swamp. But when you enter it, it'll still look like a swamp. But you'll see a little hut in there, and that's my house. You you want to know a secret I've never told anyone but you?
What?
It's not a swamp, it's plains. I just make it look like a spooky swamp so people don't try to come into my house. And I could do that. I have a spell called hallucinatory terrain. And even if they like picked like a mushroom from the swamp, they're holding a mushroom. They could eat it. It tastes like a mushroom. It's not real though. And
So you're basically Shrek.
You're kind
and
of lucky, because I live in a real swamp, and way too many people still came through looking for things they didn't need to look for.
well, that's how I met you guys, because they kept marching all their stupid religious soldiers through my property, and I was gonna go complain. And if they didn't like my complaining, then I was gonna really raise hell.
I wish my people had that ability to complain about it.
Well, you know, the best complaint's an axe in the head, right?
That's kind of where we've been at for a while, yeah.
Well, if you want, I can come to your people's home and make their land. Let me see how much. It's actually a lot of land. I can do that too. Hallucinatory terrain. Where is it? Where is it? I don't know. It's a lot. I'll say like 50 acres. I could make like 50 acres of your land look like something else. Whatever y'all want.
Well, if they ever come back here, I'll keep that in mind.
But since that you know it's fake, it looks normal to you.
Huh. Yeah, that might be helpful in the future.
Yeah, I grow all of this in my gardens, this stuff I made for you, except for cocoa. That's kind of expensive, and I have to go to town for that, and I don't like going to town. I added cocoa to make it taste better for you.
I've only had cocoa like a couple times before, so
It's pretty good, right?
thanks.
Hey, watch
Yeah.
this. And I take their whole jar of cocoa and I put it in my bag.
And this is called giving
Larceny.
back to the proletariat.
Just like one of the staff just nods at you and and puts a piece of like steak in a baggie and wraps it up in their pocket, wraps up and then puts it in their pocket.
I whisper in their ear, hey, if you ever want to start a union,
Enough with the unions.
you probably heard where I live.
Union?
Yeah. Have you ever had bad work conditions?
I mean, no?
Think a union.
Have
It's
you ever had this arbitrary thing happen to you? No, that's because of unions.
And I didn't care what she was gonna say. I was gonna say thank you, Union.
pretty sure that unions weren't helping in the swamp, but
Elsewhere, there's just a group of the Finn. Right, we're forming a union.
What's a union?
And just holds up an axe. This!
Sorry.
Don't die.
Don't do that.
Ugh, went down the wrong tube.
Claire will get mad at you. And I
I
cannot.
will be very mad.
I can't save you.
And he'll kind of just follow Arvax around and, this is gonna sound weird, pleasantly annoy her. Like he's being nothing but nice and helpful, but it's a little bit annoying.
like, you in my space? Why in my space?
It's one of those, like, if she stuck her foot out and slid you back, when she pulled her leg back, you're just going to walk right back up.
Oh god, that's so annoying.
Hey, and he'll be like, "What's your favorite animal?"
All right, Rhett.
What is Arvax's favorite animal?
Favorite what?
Animal.
I don't know, ones that don't try and eat me when I'm a child?
Name one.
I don't know, rabbit?
What's your favorite color?
Black.
I turn into a black rabbit.
Aw. That used to be my name, actually.
Pops out. They called you Black Rabbit?
No, not black rabbit. Okay, look, when apparently to orcs, human and elven babies kind of sound like rabbits when they cry. So before I was given my name Arvax, with its meaning, they used to call me Rabbit, basically, because they didn't know what my name was. I didn't think I had one yet when I was a baby.
Did you earn your name?
When I got older and our leader got a vision of what I needed to do, they told me that my name would be Arvax now because that means message, and I'm supposed to be a message that things need to change.
Is it hard for you to deliver that message being as young as you are?
This is just kind of hard to deliver it in general. The young part doesn't bother me as much as everyone else that's older thinks it should. I mean, I grew up in the Fen. I don't grow up like an elf, so I'm just as old as I am, but it's been a bigger task than I thought it was going to be.
You remind me of a more angry version of a person I met a long time ago. It was, God, I don't know, 50 years ago I met her. She was a bookish short sort. She had horns. And people underestimated her, but she fucked shit up.
I try my best to fuck shit up.
By the way, he's talking about bells.
Kind of figured. I don't know if I've fixed anything yet, but I'm trying. Hopefully, if we can actually get rid of Loth, that'll definitely help fix things. I just want things to be better for my family. People like them.
Well, I'm always here to help. You know where I live. I'm gonna go meet the new guy that I've never met. Oh, and if you start getting a little bit lightheaded, just sit down.
Noted.
It probably won't happen, but it happens every once in a while.
I mean, my head's pretty high up here, so you never know.
And then he'll go wander off and bother other people.
All right. How many days are y'all going to stay at Brightholm before y'all decide to move out and go do anything else? Just as the DM asking for a downtime idea here.
I mean, I guess like at least like 2 or 3 days, at least like 2 or 3 days, maybe more, depending on it, just to let Moulette kind of get his bearings back. You know what I mean?
After a few,
Get it caught up on everything.
Moulette definitely has gets his bearings back. He's kind of wobbly for the first while. Also, it's really hard for your mother to let him out of her sight. I mean, like, death is, like, you've just proven death is not 100% permanent in this world for a very, very wealthy few. But also, I know that, Mulaith, you've died and been brought back. I don't know if you've mentioned that to your parents. But with that, if you didn't, or sorry, if you did, would she feel like, hey, why are you putting a big deal about him being back? I died. I came back.
Maybe internally, but no, that wouldn't be something that she would like actually bring up.
Okay.
She might feel that way, but she wouldn't feel comfortable enough saying anything about it.
Okay. But let's see. Get your first roll really didn't give you much more insight. Mularn, give me another roll for the second day. It's just getting frustrating. Do you feel like you need to ask for help, or do you think that do you think maybe that you could push through on your own to determine this?
I think, yeah, I think I'll start asking around.
Okay, who do you go for help on the start of this third day?
I guess I'll go to Balfor and or Tarl.
See, Tarl, since you've had 3 days, roll me your smith's tools.
Wisdom, strength, what?
One with wisdom, we'll see where you are there, and then one with strength if the wisdom is high enough. Okay, roll the other one with strength. While he's doing that, Balfour and Mularn.
Hey, so what do you know about like souls? Balfour,
What? Sorry.
what do you know about souls?
They exist. What do you mean?
All right, so um,
They
so
feel kind of
my other brother,
spongy when you grab them and throw them back in somebody's body.
uh, I, hmm. That you see that, that not exactly what I was looking for. Look, okay, so you see this ring here?
I'm assuming it's not invisible.
It is not.
Yes.
So this was my brother's ring. He did.
So we just
There was there no
chance bring him back.
there's another one. He was wearing this ring when he died, and I think I'm pretty certain actually that his soul is stuck in this thing.
What makes you certain?
The fact that his soul's stuck in this thing.
How do you know that, though?
Because he told me so.
So he can talk to you?
Yes.
Here, let me try it out. No, I'm not talking to myself.
Aww.
Okay, so his soul's stuck. Yeah. Okay, in the
Yeah.
ring.
Yeah.
Take it out.
I don't know how. And that's the problem. Because I don't know, and from everything that I've looked at on this particular scenario, you can't, once it's in, you can't get it out again. And that's my concern.
Have you? So, back when I was adventuring, we always heard rumors of the impossible happening. And it was usually from people like you. You know, the smart ones that cast spells out of a book. And it was always like, you need to make a wish. The only wishes I ever made were on my birthday. And then none of, well, a couple of them came true, but it's probably more happenstance. Or divine intervention from a god. There might be other
Well,
ways, but that was always the, the folklore, or is that what you call it, folklore?
I guess. Uh,
Why old maids' tales?
yeah. Well, then I guess I'm gonna go find Tarl then.
Dear God.
Nobody's got one.
Oh, Arvax does too.
Yeah, it's you. We don't. You don't want you don't want to deal with him.
Elsewhere, Gramash is like, someone called my name.
Like apparently, from what I gather, a lot of their prayers involve essentially, "Hey, don't look at me."
You know what though? But he gives her a lot of power, so he must look at her a lot. And I'm gonna posit he probably kind of likes her.
And I don't know.
I'm just thinking
Uh,
about it. You know, if I could say I could grant my abilities to someone, I'd probably do it. I don't think I'd do it to people I don't like. And
yeah, but
hear me out. Sometimes when you're looking for an answer, you gotta look in unexpected places. That sounds pretty unexpected place to look.
yeah. Uh, that also seems batshit insane. Um,
You know what though? When you're looking for something, it's usually in the last place you look.
this is true, and I mean uh, the purview of the orc god of wars. Probably not. It would in fact be the last place anyone would look. So I'll keep that in mind.
Look, if you get his little pinky toe or something swirling out of there, I'll grab that spongy son of a bitch and throw it right back in his body.
I appreciate it, Balfor.
Does
And,
he have a body? Do you have a body? Is there a
no.
body?
No. He
No,
got
can't do it.
yeah, he kind of got disintegrated.
No. That was Gleam.
That
Your
that
brother
was
is
Gleam.
on
Oh.
ice to not be turned into a vampire.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're pretty sure you don't have a vampire in Hillens at the moment that is the corpse of your brother. But you're not 100% sure on that because you did leave Aspic in charge. You haven't heard from Dreyfus in a while either.
Or your girlfriend.
I was going to say there are messages being exchanged on that. I just didn't want to roleplay that out. So, you're heading over to speak to Tarl now. Are you thinking as you go?
Yes.
All right, roll me while you're walking over to Tarl a Arcana with advantage because of an insight from another party member. 26 is pretty good. You're pretty sure that if you can, that you could access this demiplane that is inside the ring containing your brother if you use this as the focus to cast the spell. Like a plane shift might work using this ring.
The question is, doing that, wouldn't that just? Well, I guess I would just release his soul, which would mean that he is then free to come back if he wants.
Like, the big thing would be getting him out. Like, if everybody goes in, it might shunt him out, but then somebody else might be stuck in the ring.
Yeah.
But the big thing is the mechanic on if you die, your soul goes in the ring and it's stored in this demiplane. But if you're not dying, if you're accessing the demiplane through another way, it might not be an issue. Like, you're fairly certain that if you use the ring as the thing that will link to the plane, kind of like you have to have something from that plane to make it there.
Yeah.
You should be able, like, everything is starting to, like, magically and scientifically line up in your brain to do this. Also, the idea Balfor had of using a god to get involved, that'd be a good idea. Like, that probably really would work and be like, Tarl could probably ask his god. But at the same time, you're already dealing with a whole lot of god stuff. Like, Arvax is dealing with Luthic and Gramush. You got, like, the actual Elven Pantheon tied up in a tree. And then you got to deal with Loth.
Didn't Peregrine also disappear with a god?
Yeah, Peregrine disappeared with the Finn god of chaos, the moon. But y'all don't know that as characters. Y'all just saw a bright beam of light and then Peregrine was gone.
I saw the symbol for him.
Okay, you
That's
did.
all.
Okay, that's right. You did see the symbol. So yeah, never mind. Y'all would know that the Finn god of chaos has Peregrine with them.
Well, think
The
I'm
other
gonna.
way is wish, but you do not have the wish spell.
Yeah, that's the ultimately. That was my ultimate. That was my ultimate. That was my trump card.
Like a wish,
Uh,
like you 100% know wish would fix this, but you don't know wish, and you don't know anybody that knows wish.
yep. So, I think I'm gonna go to my room and kind of go sit in his chair, like my brother's favorite chair, and I will think really really hard. Like, are you there?
Why are you in my chair?
Because I knew it would annoy you. Um, so yeah, I may have a way to get you out of your current predicament, which would then allow us to bring you back.
Go on.
Although it is, I think I could open up. So theoretically, and if I'm right about this, the ring is basically a demiplane unto itself that is linked up with me because I'm attuned to the ring. So technically, you are your soul, your essence, everything that you are is basically just in the ring. And I think I may have a way to get at least open up the ring and let you out, which would then theoretically allow us to bring you back.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
The
Do it.
issue is that I cannot guarantee that it will work or that we'll be able to bring you back after.
So what you did is get my hopes up, and then
No, what
and
I'm
then you're
doing
gonna
is I'm
pull
offering you the option. I'm letting you know what the hell is going on and being really real with you on what we're looking at. Now, all that being said, I think I got this. And well, while it's the alternative is uh the alternative is for you to look around, look at your current surroundings and get really, really comfortable with them for probably ever.
no, I'll just send myself away.
So, is this something that you would you be interested in attempting?
So, here's the deal. 1, where's my body?
Well, you see what had happened was, it is currently being looked after by Aspic back in Hillens.
You, he doesn't say anything, but you feel him freak out a little bit.
There is a it's kind of a situation where we didn't have much of a choice. There is a chance that if we didn't do that, then uh, you might become a vampire or something. But we are in fact taking good care, taking care of you in that situation.
Okay.
But
Here's the second thing.
uh-huh.
Yeah, try it. And if it works, amazing. I love it. If it doesn't, I'm not staying here forever. I'm leaving.
That's fair.
And I think, I'm not sure, but you could put this on Malay's finger, and I could say bye to her. You could go try to find mom or dad, and you could put it on their finger, and I could say bye to them. You know, we do that, and then I'll just leave.
Yeah, that would kind of tie everything up in a nice little bow, wouldn't it?
Who has my boots?
Who do you think?
I'm split.
I mean, do you honestly think that she would have let anyone wear those?
They probably look fucking awesome on her, huh?
They actually do. They actually really do.
Yeah. But I tell you what, if it works, I'm taking them back.
Yeah.
Mulaith,
And
you just feel that someone said they're going to steal your fancy boots.
I suddenly get very jealous about the thought of the shoes leaving my feet, turning into the Wicked Witch of the East.
And I mean, I have your broom. So
yeah, I'll probably take that back too.
Yeah.
And then he'll be the Wicked Witch of the East.
Defying gravity.
Okay. So,
Why aren't you here yet?
And with that, I'm assuming that that is what Mulak is going to repeatedly say to him for the next little while.
Did you leave yet?
Okay, so Mularn, do you let everybody know what your idea is?
yes, I'm going to call everybody together and it's like, okay, so here's where we're at. There is so Mulak's soul is currently trapped in this ring. I
Okay.
I can hear him. I can talk to him. I
Have you known
think
this the whole time?
he he can't hear. He can't hear out. Like so here's what it seems like. Functionally, the way that this ring works is when the wearer dies, if it is empty, which it was when he died, then your soul goes into the ring. It is effectively its own little plane of existence, right? It's what we in the business call a demiplane. There is a very distinct high probability that I could get to that plane and let him out. By doing so, it would actually, because where he's at now, he can't really do anything. He's just kind of sitting there.
So you let him out and he goes back to his body?
Probably not.
So how do we get him back into his body?
That would involve apparently his body, or at least part of it, and a 10,000 gold piece diamond.
Ooh.
We can do that.
Effectively, if I can get into this demiplane and open it up, it will release his soul and he will actually die. And by
Okay, well
actually
that's not
dying,
allowed.
and by actually dying, it allows us to bring him back like we did with Mulet. Because
Without a problem? Because that seems almost too simple.
theoretically, no, there's no problem.
So we, for real, kill him by letting his soul out of the ring. Which I'm kind of wavy on why letting his soul out will actually kill him if his soul would be back in this plane, but. And then we resurrect him.
Correct.
Well, because I think when we let his soul goes to the next plane.
Correct.
The one we can't go to.
So he's in purgatory.
Not even. It is not even that advanced.
He's
literally
a genie
sitting up.
captured in a bottle, basically.
Yeah, that's closer.
Okay, so let him out. Let him die for real and bring him back.
Basically, yes.
That almost sounds too easy.
And you would be correct, because theoretically it should be. This is a magical item of a pretty decent rank.
So is getting in the problem or getting him out the problem?
I'm about to attempt to. What it boils down to is I'm about to attempt to go head to head with a pretty high level magical item and make it not do what it's supposed to do. This is
To pick
not
a lock
exactly.
that's above your skill level.
No.
I mean, if you need to let his soul out.
I don't know if there is a skill level for this. Is my point.
Okay, question.
Yes.
We need to find something extremely powerful, immortal, to do this spell to get rid of Loath. Would finding something that powerful more easily be able to get his soul out of the ring?
It's hard to say. It could.
Because we don't need your brain like exploding trying to get him out, because then we're down 2 brothers again. And your brain has done enough dumb things in the last couple of years.
Well, technically, if we're being
Dumb
honest,
things have happened to your brain. Let's put it that way.
that is much more appreciated. Thank you.
I'm just saying, is it better to attempt this now, or see if we can find something that could more easily get in there and get it out? Because we do need something pretty powerful to help us in the long.
Yeah, but that's the issue with that ends up being what type of this goes back to are we gonna ask Tarl's God for help or yours? Because that's 2 completely different types of help.
I'm sorry, no. Does it have? I mean, there's other immortals than gods, aren't there?
Yes, but that's my point.
I'm not asking Lucas for shit. Are you insane?
I'm not actually suggesting that we ask any of your gods for help. My point is, if we were to ask them and they said yes, and if we ask Tarl's God to help and he says yes, the help that shows up is 2 completely different flavors. And I don't think
we haven't really figured out what kind of immortal we could try and get the help of either. But
I mean, except for the one that we kind of fought in my head to try to take over all of magic.
He wasn't gonna help us anyway, you know that.
Yeah.
He was looking for a way to either take you over or get out. And, well, we just helped him along.
This is true. But once again, it's a different form of help.
See, and with that thought crossing, the party is in debate about your next step, but that is where we will end tonight's session. Is y'all in discussion about what is to be done next? Resurrect another brother or find an immortal? And with that, like I said, this is where we'll end. Thank you all for playing. This is, not gonna lie, this is gonna allow my night to end on a very high note compared with the long day I've had. I hope that it's been fun for y'all too. No, it was a role play heavy one, but I got a feeling once y'all make some decisions, we might have some heavy episodes and heavy sessions. So thank you all for playing. Thank you everybody for watching. Not much else is going on this week. We'll be back Sunday with Hearts on Ice, which is Emily's D&D campaign she's running for the live crew right now. I'm very excited to be cheering her on and watching the kids in the other room. And even though the nap vampire got me when she laid down this last session. So that's the next thing we got going on. There may be video games in the near future. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the babies, man, they're fucking NyQuil.
I know.
NyQuil ain't got shit on a baby.
So, Knox, since you're here.
No, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us this evening. Until next time, folks. Don't let you meatloaf.